Hey everybody. I'm just giving people a chance to come on. Hey to whoever's watching. How's your day going? I hope today's been a good day for everybody. If you're on here, you're watching, share the video, spread the word, because you really do get what you focus on. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Hey Kyle, thank you so much for watching. Share the video, share the video. Follow me on my social networks. I'm just sitting here like, what do I say to you all? You get what you focus on. I just had this lady in my office, and you can't really control who comes into your business, but she was negative. Her focus was so on all of the bad things that could happen. Everything bad that could happen, she brought it up. Now, I'm not a magician. I'm not God. I can't stop what's bad or what's supposed to happen to you from happening. Share the video. But if all you're ever focusing on is the bad, all you ever see is the bad in every single thing that you do, then that's what you're going to get. Some people call it you reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. Whatever you put out, you get back. Some people call the Creator God, like I do, because I do believe in God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Some people call it the universe. Some people call him Mother Earth. Whatever it is that you choose to call God, the universe, your higher being, that's fine. But if you're only focusing on negative, if you're only thinking about negative, then that's what you're going to get. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision, make it plain. So when you write it on the tablet in your heart. Because first is a thought, you write it in your heart. And then for most of us, because I'm a person who writes everything down, I write it down on paper. If I'm focusing on, I don't know if anybody's ever did this before, but let's say you have a bill that's due and you need money for that bill. But all you keep focusing on is you don't have the money, you don't have the money, you don't have the money, you don't have the money. Then guess what? You won't get the money. But if you focus on how can I get the money? If you pray and you say, God, this is what I need. You are my Father. You're bigger than me. You're a provider. We say he's a provider, right? Then we should expect him to provide. That's what he does. He's not God in a box. He's God over the universe. Now, I'm not saying just ask and don't expect you to do your part, because faith without works is dead. But you have to trust that whatever it is that you're focusing on, whatever it is that you need, it's going to happen. What we fail to realize is that God doesn't see no, because he's not a no God. He's not a no, I won't do it. No, it can't happen. The universe does not know the word no. So if you're focusing on the issue at hand, the problem at hand, instead of the solution, then you'll continuously have the problem. Start focusing on the solution. Start focusing on not your lack thereof, but how can you make it happen? And sometimes don't worry about how it's going to happen. Most times, all the time, ask for it. It comes. I promise you. You've ever said, you know what? I need a sign. Somebody comes along, you get a sign. You get an email, you get a sign. You got to start asking. You have to start using what God has given. You have to start utilizing the power that is in you. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Stop using words or I'm living from paycheck to paycheck. How you doing? I'm hanging in there. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Be very, very careful of your words. Because you know what happens? If it's not one thing, then it is another. You're just barely hanging in there. You have to speak things into existence. Words really do have power. They really do carry vibrational frequency. Your words are like the waves of a radio station. When you turn on your radio, right? Don't you expect the sound and the volume to come out, whatever it is that they're down there playing at the local radio station? So why can't you have that much faith in whatever you speak that it shall come to pass? Why can't you have that much faith in God and who He is? I think we as individuals, we say we love God, we say we trust God, but we cheapen who He really is. We don't honestly know who God really is. How big is He to you? How great is He to you? How awesome is He to you? Watch what it is that you're speaking into your life. Watch the energy that's around you. You have literally thought yourself right where you are. If I sit around and I keep saying, I don't have this, I don't have that, nothing good ever happens for me, then guess what? Nothing good is ever going to happen for me. I'm not going to have whatever it is that I need. I feel like this, if God allows me to get it, then He's going to allow me to maintain it. I don't dream regular. I don't think ordinary. I dream great. I dream big dreams. And let me tell you something. If you can do it yourself, then why would you need God? When I ask my Father, I ask for things that I can't do myself. I don't ask Him to pay a bill. I don't ask God to pay my bills. Because God has given me power to get wealth. God has shown me how to make money, how to get my bills paid. I just have to trust that whatever I do is going to happen. I may not have the money at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whenever it's due, but by the time that it's due, I know that it's going to happen. There is no lack in my life. I will never, ever, ever again be broke another day again in my life. And I know some of you guys are like, I can't believe she's saying that. And if you ain't praying with me, then don't pray for me. Because I speak out of confidence. I speak out of knowing who I am. When I go down to the car dealership, I get the car that I want. I get the car that I desire. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I am realistic, but I get what I want because I believe that God is that big. If He allows the loan to go through, then He's going to allow the payment to come every single month. I'm not saying go outside of your means and live beyond your means. You have to sometimes start believing and trusting God for the little things until your faith builds up. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Robin. But I believe that God is so huge that every single thing that I ask Him for, He's going to do. And if it's not right for me, then He won't give it to me. Now, either it's working for my good or it's working for my good. So whether He allows it to happen or He does not allow it to happen, there is a reason that He did not allow it to happen. So just remember, it's working for my good or it's working for my good. We don't have to understand everything. Sometimes we get what it is that we're supposed to get later on. You'll look back a week later and like, oh, now I'm happy that didn't happen for me. I'm happy that didn't go through. You ever had that person that you just, oh God, if I could just get him or her, oh, just things will be better. and they like reject you, and 3 months later you find out like, ooh, I'm so happy that that person didn't want me. But God set it up like that because he knows what's best for you. He knows what's good for you. Everything that we desire, we don't need sometimes. We don't have to have it. But I promise you, you think yourself exactly where you are. Every single day, whatever it is that I want, I decree and I declare it. And I leave it with God. I don't say, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, I hope that it happens. That's right, Veronica. Rejection is God's protection. That's right. I know that it's going to happen because that's God. He's not man. He's not me. If I ask for it, I expect it. And whatever we expect, that's what we get. Whatever we think about, that's what we get. If your words are following whatever it is you're thinking, your thoughts, that's what you're going to get. If you think that you don't deserve more, if you think or believe that you don't deserve better, then that's what you're going to get. Start writing down every single thing that it is that you want. And once again, start increasing your faith with the little things. If that's where you are. Faith is a muscle. We have to build it up. Start with the little things. The little things. You know what? I want somebody to buy me lunch today. You know what? I want somebody to buy me dinner tonight. And watch it take place. Expect it. Speak it and expect it. And it may not just be the person calling you and saying, hey, you want dinner? You want lunch? It might just be somebody calling you and you're like, you know what? I asked God to have someone buy me lunch today. You want to be that person? And if you're good ground, people are going to sow into you because they understand that there's a return on their investment. Them sowing into you is sowing into good ground. And that goes both ways. You can't only want to take and not give. You have to be a giver. You have to be a free giver. A lot of people don't want to tithe, or you don't want to tithe cash, I should say. If you don't want to tithe cash, then find something else to tithe. Tithe your time to people. Tithe your time. Go down to a shelter. Give back. Sometimes go to the convalescent home. Listen to somebody. Go in the store. Brighten up somebody's day. This year, when I go out, no matter where I walk into, I make it my duty, my obligation to make a change in someone's life. It may just be good morning. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. We don't know what they walked out of when they walked out of their door. We don't know what's the job that they're going to. Hey, Navi. We got to talk, Navi, because I have some wonderful ideas that you and I are getting ready to do together. Oh, you don't know it, but we are. Ask the wifey, though. But brighten up somebody's day. You're a light. Let your light shine. When people see you coming, they should be excited. They should not be going, oh God, here he comes, here she comes. Every time I talk to them, every time I tell them a story, if I tell them my arm fell off, their arm and both of their legs fell off, because they always got to top my story. Every time I see them, they never have nothing good to say. Just the energy, they don't even open their mouth, and the energy is just negative. Just nasty. When they come around, oh, they change the atmosphere. If you changing the atmosphere and you ain't changing the atmosphere for good, it's time to check yourself. Because not only are you wrecking yourself, you're wrecking all the people that are around you. You have a metron. God is giving you a territory that you're supposed to take over. He's giving you a territory and a place and a space in people's lives that you have to go in and make a change. The smallest thing. You can be at a drive-thru. You can be in line at a store. Pay stuff forward. Pay for the person behind you or the person in front of you's groceries. And you might not be at a place where you can pay for their groceries. Pay for a cup of coffee. You don't understand how you set the atmosphere and you literally make a change and a difference in someone's life, because you don't know. They could have wanted that so bad, but it was their last dollar that they're giving. And you came along and showed them Christ. You came along and you showed them the God in you. Because we wait for God to do things, but we forgot that we were made in his image. We are gods. We literally are gods. And some people, oh, don't say you are God. If he made you in your image and he said, greater works than I do shall you do. That's what Jesus said. Then greater works shall you do. We're wasting too much time not knowing who we are, not knowing whose we are. That's why we're not walking in greatness. That's why we're not walking in victory. That's why we walk around jealous of what he or she has or what he or she accomplished. But we don't understand that they paid a price. There's a story behind the glory. Stop thinking negative. If you can change your thinking, if you can change your thinking, no matter where you stand, no matter where you sit right now, if you can change your thoughts, once you change your thoughts and your thinking, next you're going to start changing your speech. After you change your speech, then you're going to see the things, because your thoughts are in the spiritual world. Your words go out into the spirit realm. And then the manifestation comes along in this physical world. You'll start seeing things in your life change up. Stop driving through neighborhoods and going, oh, I wish I can live here. No, you could live there. Start speaking it. Oh, I need a mate. Start speaking the mate that you want in detail. Because we all can get somebody. But we need to get who's right for us. Who can we live with? Who's going to enhance our lives? And if you're a strong woman like myself, if you have a lot going on, you need someone that's going to be there to uphold you, to uplift you, to lead you, to understand without you saying a word when, baby, I don't really have nothing to give right now. But they understand where you are because you guys have connected spiritually. So you don't have to say, I don't have it right now. Sorry, guys. My phone just started ringing. You got to ask for what you want and expect it. Put every single thing out into the spirit realm. There are two planes. There's a natural realm and there's a spiritual realm. And a lot of us, we just don't understand that. When you go into a restaurant and you put in your order, I don't eat ketchup. I know, right? I don't eat tomatoes, ketchup. Share the video. Somebody needs to hear this. So when I go to the restaurant and I order a burger, plain, no